Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to walk out to the shop and take a peek at a project I just recently completed. And so without further ado, let's take a hike. This is my pole barn. I had this built about 4 or 5 years ago. No regrets, but that's for another video. Okay, and here we go. Alright, nothing much to see here. Nothing but insulation. All this insulation is going up in the ceiling. I want to get air conditioning and heating here, but that's for another video also. Alright, here's my completed project. My Emco 220 lathe. I've owned this lathe for 4 or 5 years. It's been a real workhorse for me, but it was due for an update, so I did one. Let me go walk you through what I've done. First of all, you'll notice the control panel and its location. It sits right in front now, which is very handy. When I designed it, I wanted to have just the rudimentary buttons. So, you know, cycle start, hold, just reset, the power button naturally, an emergency, USB, you know, use a memory stick. Actually, I don't use that anymore because the computer's hooked up to the Ethernet, and I use Dropbox. But the big thing for me was installing these 2 MPGs. I wish I had done this a long time ago. It works so much better than buttons and tapping them and whatnot. The brains of the machine is a Surface Pro 1, and it's loaded with Windows 10. And let me get there you go. That's it, folks. Mach 3 on Windows 10 on a Surface Pro. What can you ask for? But believe it or not, it's been working great. Let me start her up. That's the oil pump on initial start, you know, reset. It kind of just splashes some oils on the ways. But here, we'll go some of the paces here, show you what I'm doing. We'll home it out. Yep, just about homed out. There you go. She's ready to go. All I have to do is load a program. Well, you know, zero out the machine, all that stuff. But works really well. It has an internal keyboard. Yeah, let's we'll run the spindle. We'll set it at 2500. And there you have it. 2500 RPM. These Emco spindles are really nice. So smooth. Yeah, it works pretty good. Let me see if I could do a tool change. Usually it's G-coded in, so I'll just type in something. And there it is. Tool number 1. Yeah, like I said, the Surface Pro is sitting in its original docking station. I can open this up and, you know, pull it out in a couple seconds, you know, in case I have to do any kind of maintenance to it or whatnot. Another nice thing about this is, let me reach back here. You know, if I have to do a lot more typing, like, you know, setting the parameters or whatnot, comes with a keyboard. The beauty about this is it snaps right in. I could type away. You can see the mouse works. And then when I'm done with it, I can pull it out, and you can do that while the machine's running. It doesn't affect it in one way or another. But let me just show you the inside real quick. There's the back half of the docking station. The main reason for it is because the USB supply on the Surface Pro isn't powerful enough to run some of the accessories I have in here, such as the Pro keys, keyboard emulator and such. The board that runs the turret uses USB, so there's not enough juice in the Surface Pro to operate. So the docking station, cured all those ills. I don't know if you notice too, I'm using these little things for connectors. They're just super glued in there. Wago clips. They work good. And over here I have 220 volt power. One's switched and the other one's on all the time. Nothing special about the box, just a plywood box I made. Lock it up. Yeah, and that's the lathe. Give me a quick tour. This is the the actuator for part of the actuator for the chuck. I'm using a Hitachi VFD. Very good VFDs. This is my pneumatic bank that chuck in and out, and there's also a parts tray in here. So, and again, here's the Wagos on a piece of plastic, just super glued in. They make nice terminal strips. We'll walk around the back. Okay, I have installed a braking resistor. Helps in slowing down the spindle. I don't know if you could see these guys, but these are the hybrid steppers, closed loop steppers, the Z, the X. And the machine runs with a 2 horsepower 3-phase motor. The maximum RPM I have set for this is, I believe it's 3,400 RPM, and it'll get there. There's no problem with that. And here's the the guts of the machine, where all the electronics or whatever you want to call it. Again, nothing fancy about the box, just a piece of plywood box. Connection going in. And lead shine hybrid drives, closed loop. I'm really happy with these. Maybe it's just that feeling, but it just seems to run better and it seems to be more accurate. My power supplies, the drives, the drivers. And up over here we have a on-off switch contactor. The 24 volt supplies for the turret. There's a 24 volt motor in there. A 5 volt supply for the 5 volt things, and a 12 volt supply for the 12 volt things. Here is the relay bank for the chuck and the parts tray. This little guy here is for the tack. Tells me how fast the spindle's spinning. Works good. I'm about 40 RPM off. Since I don't do any threading, it's not going to bother me. My breakout board is a PMDX 126. These are, I think they're bulletproof. Very good, breakout boards. And this is a Ethernet smooth stepper. I've had this board for, I want to say, 5 years, and never had a glitch with it. Nice board. The tool turret. This board here controls the tool turret, and it's the reason why I'm staying with Mach 3. These other motion controllers, Centroid, Acorn, USB, CNC, there's probably a dozen other ones. They're probably really nice, you know, controllers, but there's a problem with the tool turret. None of them can handle it. I'm pretty sure, I think Linux has something. Actually, they do have something. I actually wanted to put Linux on this machine. I actually have the boards that someone, you know, there was a, you know, in the forums, there, you know, they had the schematics and everything, and they had the boards made in China. And but I didn't go that route because I'm not a Linux person, and I've had this on this machine for I want to say 5 years, and it works. So if it works, why change it? So yeah, this is a real nice board. The board was made by a fellow by the name of Andrew Barrow, and I don't think he makes them anymore. You know, you may want to try it. You know, write to him or whatever. But very nice. This thing, like I said, 5 years old, and I never had any problem with it. But yeah, that's my oh, I have it planned out for a plexiglass screen, plexiglass top for this with a bunch of holes. Yeah, that's in the way making. I may even put some fans on the sides, you know, intake and exhaust. But yeah, this is my lathe, and as I mentioned, I've used it already. I'll show you what I make. Here's one of the pulleys I make, and you can see, you know, it works really well. You know, the pulley has a dish in it. The groove, excuse me, the groove, you know, beveled the edges, rounded them out. Same with the back. This is, you know, a raw pulley. There's no polishing, nothing yet. The holes aren't made on this lathe. I drill the holes out on the Fidel. But yeah, this is one of the things I make. I make other things for the kits that I make. But yeah, this is the Emco 220p. Very, very, very fine machine. You know, I actually have a 120 sitting on the other side of the garage, which I'm working on. Well, hopefully I could get it done. I plan to use it as a second op machine. But for now, this is everything I need. Everything for the kits that I make for the guys in the VW world. This machine does it all for me. I'm very, very happy. I love this setup. I love the MPGs. Great. Well, that's about it for today. It's hot in here. It's close to 90, 92, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm hoping to make a few more on some other projects. One of them being, you know, the buffer I made. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves. Be careful out in the world, and use your turn signals. They work. Take care. Bye-bye.